Once upon a time, they were a radio show. A damn good one. The kind that set shit on fire. Metaphorically. Mostly. They were number one. They were chaos. And then poof, they were gone. But you never shut up about them. So guess what? They are back. This isn't that damn show, but it's damn close. Welcome to Not That Damn Show podcast.
Oh my God! Holy shit, we got a lot of stuff to get to today, guys. I hope you're ready because we have a day filled of some amazing new toys that Stroke has. We got a new game that we want to play. The Laras got together. We got another new bit that we're going to do called You're on the Shit List. Well, it's Not That Damn Show Shit List. We'll do Florida Man, some WTF news, and a whole bunch of other things. Talk about Aftershock and Rockville, that debate, and what's going on with my daughter trying to maybe go to Aftershock, and her mom doesn't want her to. We got bad Yelp reviews. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff to get to, and I just want to jump right into the show without, I don't care how your guys' weeks were right now. We can talk about that later, because something Stroke started doing last night is the funnest fucking thing that has happened to radio or podcasting in years. Stroke, do you want to talk about this for a minute?
Well, you know, we talked a couple weeks ago about the technology is insane when it comes to this AI stuff, and I've heard some songs online that are pretty, you know, they're some of them are really dirty and raunchy, and then the ones I've looked at in the past, I couldn't figure out where can I get it to say fuck and shit, you know, all the good words to make things, you know, pop in a song.
Sentence enhancers.
I was able to find that last night, and then I worked on it. Now AI is not doing all the work, but AI is doing some of the work. So I'll put in like my ideas, and then I'll tweak some words, and then I'll tweak a little bit more, and then it'll come up with some ideas. So it's back and forth. It takes a little bit of an effort, but as far as like the production of the song and the vocals, that ain't me.
So you're not playing the instruments and singing and rocking out, are you?
No. So it will, like, if we talk about something and it becomes kind of popular or just a I don't know, a trendy conversation, we could immediately make a song. I could make something within hours.
So just to give some background on radio real quick, there was a guy I worked with in Boston who that was his main job. So there was this morning show, the Hillman Morning Show, huge morning show in Boston. I'm sure you've heard of it, Stroke.
Yeah.
They would talk about bits or whatever, and that guy would run off during a commercial break or even a song and create a song about something they just talked about. So what we have here is that guy, only now it's AI, and Stroke has this capability to do things, and he sent a bunch of freaking songs. You're talking about stuff that we talked about. So last week we talked about gay flamingos.
Yeah, we did. That was my first one. That's where I realized that I could go into the settings and change this particular program to say dirtier things. Because, you know,
I have
AI,
that song.
You know, AI will say, "Oh, I can't do." I don't know how it words it, but it will say, "I can't." Basically, it's too nasty for me. I can't do it. So I have to change it. There's a lot of changing that you have to do. But as far as when I put the actual lyrics that I come up with at the end and tweak it, I can put it in, and then this program will make it.
You can strokeify it.
You can
strokeify it.
Yeah, that's what we need to call this. Anytime Stroke makes a song, we just call it strokeify. That is brilliant. Lara, write that down.
There we go.
That's genius. All right, well, you guys want to hear the gay flammingo song?
Yes, I do.
This was before I could make it even dirtier, but this was the gay flamingo that we talked about. Ian got attacked by a flamingo, so I kind of just played with it a little bit. This is before I figured I could make it way nastier.
Okay, so for you dammits listening, the songs are going to get better today. This is the first one he made, so check this out.
Pink tuxedo and a feather flare, dancing solo without a care, with a strut that lights the night, shining bold in the neon light. Rough ruffling feathers in a crowded scene, turning heads like a drama queen. Swagger steps across the floor. Every glance just begs for more. Gay flamingo flying free, living loud as loud can be. Rainbow dreams in every glow.
Oh my
He's
God.
the showstopper, don't you know?
Oh, dude, this song is incredible.
The gay flamingo.
Spinning wild in a disco hair, beak held high, he's in command, owning hearts with every stand. Light as air, he swoops and sways, living life in bright displays. No apologies, no regrets. He's the star the world won't forget. Gay flamingo flying free, living loud as loud can be.
Oh my
Rainbow dreams in every glow. He's the showstopper, don't you know?
This is better than half the country music out there.
I know. I'm thinking we should make our own playlist. I found out today I can put us on Spotify.
I
You
thought
can put
about
these
that
on
while this was
Spotify?
playing.
I own the rights to those particular songs, but if we make a account for the show, like there's a Florida Man one that I have, but I was playing with it today, and we own the rights to it, so we can actually make royalties if people wanted to download them and buy them. And get this,
Have an album.
We are
If
selling
there's a
this shit on Patreon.
if there's a Florida story, like by Florida Man, I don't know if we'll get to that today or not, the new Florida Man song, which is my favorite, by the way, the Reels, it will send it within a couple days. It will be on your Instagram and Facebook. So if there's a Florida story, you could upload it to the Reels, and it will have our names on it.
Oh God, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
we need to have this on our Spotify's and Apple's, because this is just one more thing that people can listen to that'll help us so much.
This is great, and we can we could put, like, I know on our new Patreon, which if you're not a subscriber to our Patreon, you have to come over, because once we hit 10 episodes, it's no more video episodes for you freeloaders. You got to come and join us. But we can sell these, because I know they offer digital products on our Patreon.
Yeah.
We can upload those and we can sell them, and that's just another way to support this show, is by buying strokified songs. This is genius.
There was a song that we play. If you're not subscribed to Patreon, you don't get to see what we talk about before we even hit record.
Yep.
There was a song that we played, and I was like, okay, I'm on board with this service forever and ever, amen.
Yeah.
Because it was so good.
I almost want to play it. Should I play a little bit of it?
Well,
Which
I mean,
one was
we
it?
could. It was
talking about the not that damn show one.
yeah.
I love
Like,
this one. I did
that should be
last
like-
night.
Let's say it for the end. Like, you
Okay.
guys, if you want to hear it, you got to listen to the whole episode. But I'm thinking this might be our new intro song.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And you know what I do? What I think I'll do is I'll take that song and I'll create a video for it, so that we can really, so it'll look really good and look shiny and nice and fun, and we can play it at the beginning of every one of our video episodes too. So it'll look good and sound good. God, I love it. It's so good. This
Yep,
is so much
and
fun.
I do not often do I say this, Stroke. I do enjoy your new toy.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was like 5 hours yesterday. I'm into it. I'm like, damn, I'm going to run out of credits.
Yeah, like, how does the credit situation work?
I
with
don't
that?
know. I think they're like $300 or $400 a song. The problem is it does two versions. So I'm having a hard time with it saying Lara. It wants to say Laura, and I've tried to like sound it out. So I burnt some credits yesterday.
Try to spell it differently.
You try to
I
spell
did.
it LAIR dash I don't know.
Okay, I'll try
Lair,
that.
I don't know. See if it works. You could probably try a couple of different.
But it'll give me
things.
two versions, and then I could pick the type of genre. So if it's rap rock, blues, country, I can do a
Dude.
couple different versions.
You made the
That's
right
awesome.
call going country on that one.
That was perfect.
Gay
Gay
flamingo.
flamingo. We'll be selling that on our Patreon, everybody. So just don't worry about that.
Our-
That is amazing.
Are ringtones still a thing?
I don't think people use ringtones.
Well, I'm gonna make it my ringtone. That's for damn sure.
Gay flamingo. Like, I wish I could play the hook again. That was so amazing.
I was really against AI at the beginning, and I kind of still am. I still think they're going to take over the world and like end humanity somehow, but they're
I
fun.
hope so.
I'm fine with that because
Me too.
there's certain things I want to see AI do before it takes over the world. Like when you hear about how this person was supposed to play this person in a movie, but it went to that. Well, AI can make Bill Murray Michael Keaton's Batman because a lot of people don't know he was originally considered to play Batman in 1989. I'm like, I want to see that movie. AI, take over.
Isn't there a little bit of an ethical situation there where you're just having AI use other people's likeness? And
Here's a
stuff
better
for movies
question. Do I give a fuck?
No, I don't really either.
Because I thought about a lot of things you could do with AI. Like, there's the whole LeBron versus Jordan debate. Well, take all their game footage from their entire careers, mash it together, put them in a court together, and see who's the GOAT.
That's actually a pretty good idea. But I could also take your voice right now and make you say anything I want.
Mm-hmm.
I usually say whatever the fuck anyway. So
That's true.
As far as that service, I don't know how they get the vocals, but damn, some of those songs, they sound. You're right. What you said earlier, they
It's an
sound better
algorithm.
it sounds better than the damn shit you hear on the radio.
It's so good. It's so weird how I like making the music and everything. Like AI is insane. It does a lot. That's for sure. It's super helpful.
I'm totally here for it.
We do have another AI song that I'm going to get to here in a minute. And it's sort of a tribute to a person that we all have, even though Ian has never met the man, but we all love to hate this guy. Can I say his real name now? Do I have to sit there and call him Mr. fucking Rogers? We'll call him Mr. Rogers because that's what everybody knows him by. Mr. Rogers, the guy who not only fired that damn show, also tanked 98 Rock and made them the 15th ranked radio station in the market, according to some research that I just saw. Did you guys see those numbers?
Oh, it's bad.
It's so bad.
He's awful. I mean, I don't know how he survived this long. We talked about this a few weeks ago, and I know we're not just sitting there ranting on that old station too much, but I don't know how the hell he has a job and had a job because nobody I know in the business knows him, and we know a lot of people.
Well, he doesn't have a job anymore because he was fired last week during the Odyssey layoff. So Odyssey they laid off. I know there's a lot of names that haven't been out there yet, but they were talking like 200 to 300 people nationwide that they were letting go.
I saw so much as 500.
I saw 300 and 100 that was overseas or something. I don't.
My God.
200 in the U.S. It was very. I was Mikey. You got the information about the same time I did with two different people. Yeah. And you were away, and I came back. But I beat you to Messenger. I go. I got some great news.
Yep.
It wasn't for anybody else because the other people I personally don't have any problems with that got let go or don't really know. But as far as that guy right there, I hate to see people laid off, but I'm glad he's not in the business.
I'm with you on that, man. And the other people that were let go were the guy who kind of took over the imaging, like that stuff that I used to make in between the songs. His name was Chris. He was let go.
Tom
Nakashima from the Eagle. He was let go,
which is weird. They were doing great. I'm looking. I pulled up the ratings right now. They're number 3.
They're doing great. I don't know why they would let Tom go.
Probably because he makes a decent amount of money since he's been there for a while.
And we can't have that.
Probably just a money thing.
That's a good point. And then some sales lady that I barely knew because she was newish when we were let go. You guys, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just remember being hot. That's how I remembered her.
Yeah,
I just want to say the fact that 7 HR complaints and terrible ratings and a downfall of a station wasn't enough to get this man fired. It took we were doing layoffs.
It took budget cuts. That's insane. But that says a lot about the company.
Well, and the other factor is that we're not laying it out there clearly, but the allegations of him and another person in management.
Yep.
Somebody had to walk away, and they were eventually going to go, we're going to get this son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know how that played out as far as in the corporate world and what the board decided and what they knew, but that's exactly what happened. They knew they came back, and they knew he was already on the target list. It's just a matter of time.
Had to have been.
I wonder because they were talking. There was a report a few days that came out, kind of warning people that this was coming. I wonder what the morale was like in that building those couple of days, or even that Thursday. It was Thursday when all these announcements came down. I think when they knew that this was going to be the day.
I imagine it was something a lot like when we were when I was let go. I imagine for y'all, it was every day. It's a matter of time. Like we're getting let go. Like why? What are we doing here?
I
That's
read
kinda what it was.
I read something that said, and I don't know how they even did this survey, but it said 1 in 3 Odyssey employees were nervous or anxious.
1 in 3.
And
Really?
I'm like, I felt like it should have been everybody, but
It should have been everybody.
the other ones were just hoping to let me go.
Is there any talk in like your guys' clusters where you guys work of like, do you guys talk about like, I can't believe that's happening over at Odyssey or whatever? Like, or are you guys feeling kind of good because you're just where your location is and you're not really like Stroke, you're a Cumulus station, right?
Yeah, now mine's a lot bigger than, Ian's is a small company. There was a little bit of talk in the building about that. There always is. They restructured something with Cumulus not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's always talk, but I don't live on the edge anymore. I mean, I live on the edge. I don't live where I freak out anymore because it's just what it is. You know what I mean? You take the job, you kind of know that this is a shitty business.
True. It's not so much that anybody's been really talking about it. I've just been getting more people from the industry I've never met asking me if there's any positions available.
Oh, like at your company?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, people are like, I'm like, look, I'm not saying that, you shouldn't want to stay in the industry, but you don't, trust me, even if I did have a position available for you, you wouldn't move down here just to be paid the peanuts that I could offer you. Don't ask me.
But if you have a position, I will stay here and voice track for you. Just let me know. I got a whole company that does that. Just reach out to me.
Go ahead, plug it.
Hey, this is Muscatello Media. You got I voice track. We do podcast production. We do imaging and voiceover. Let us know. We're here for you. What about you, Lara? Would you get back into radio, Lara?
If it was with you guys.
Really?
I actually, you know what? I would do a solo show too. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to do it too. Well, I mean,
you were out and they pulled you back in.
They did pull you back in. What if hypothetically, and I think maybe we kind of threw this around a little bit, maybe on the first episode, now that asshole's gone, now that the GM is gone, basically his whole group of new people over there, what if they reached out to one of us and was like, hey, would you guys be interested in talking? Would you guys do it?
Talking? Sure. You better make me an offer I can't refuse to come back. Because I swear to, I am not coming back for that garbage that Lara and I were paid the first time. I'm not. I remember when the GM that the program director that we actually liked, Zoom boss, when my contract was up for renegotiation, he looked at my old one and he looked at me and said, I cannot believe you signed this.
Damn.
Those were his exact words. I'm like, wow. I know.
Wow. What about you, Stroke?
I can do it from the house. I love living in Florida.
Yeah, that's another one.
I'm not going to lie. I like living in Florida. I love the podcast. I really don't want to be in radio too much. I'm happy where I'm at right now, but as far as that, I really don't want to go back in that business.
Totally
they don't move you.
I don't want to go back to California.
They'll pay to move you. They just won't. I mean, they'll pay to move you there. They just won't pay to move you out. So it costs you so much money to leave. When you get fired, you're screwed, and you're under a lease. It's a fucking nightmare, is what it is. And
they barely pay you to live there. Because I tell you, I people have asked me several times, do you ever plan on moving back to California? Fuck no.
Well, yeah, you had to live with Stroke because you get paid so little.
Yeah.
That sucks. So I think if they ever came at us, I'd be willing to talk, but none of us are going to go to the radio station to do this job. We're all going to do it from where we are. And we can. Clearly, we obviously can do it. We know how to do it. We did it before. We're doing it right now.
During the pandemic, we sounded the best out of every show that had to be stuck at home.
That's true. Well, maybe not technically. So what, the pandemic?
I hated doing because they gave us crappy programs and it constantly went down all the time. Remember that? It was
a nightmare.
We didn't try our best.
Yeah, fuck you, honestly. I spent God, Mikey, you agree with me. I bought a board and new computers and everything else because of shit they gave us. $3,000, $2,500 maybe. I mean, at least.
Yeah, at least that.
Clean Feed.
Yeah, Clean Feed was a nightmare, and then we ended up getting that other one. I forget what it was called, IPVTL or whatever.
Yeah, we paid for that out of our own pocket. Yeah, fuck you, Vince. Fuck you, all of you pieces of shit there that didn't even take care of us. Fuck you.
That's
like,
true.
I feel like 2 hours of our show was constantly us just being like, did it go through? Did it work? Did the segment go on the air?
Were we on the air? Does anybody know? Was it dead air? God, that was a nightmare.
If you can hear us, send us a text.
Yeah, you know, I work at this small station, right? And they were telling me like all the equipment they had. I go, what? They had better equipment, better setup than we did. And we worked for the second largest radio company in the fucking U.S.
And that's why that company is now in the position that they're in right now, where they're laying off 200-300 people. They're shutting down radio stations and flipping and doing all kinds of terrible shit to the industry. So that's exactly why, because the way they treated not just us but other employees, they were just like that. But Mr. Rogers is no longer there. Mr. Rogers, the guy who completely tanked 98 Rock, who did not give that damn show a chance, who completely fired us, he is now gone. And with that being said, Stroke did make a song for Mr. Rogers, and it is Strokified. Should we play this too?
Well, let's clarify. Let's clarify as a group, except for Ian wasn't there. You know,
True.
we made some racial context in front of us, and this was brought to HR's attention. Did not matter.
It did not
part
matter.
Part of this will touch on that. So you realize we heard what we heard, and we know that we're not making this up. I would never call somebody a racist just to call him a racist. This guy's a piece of shit racist.
This is absolutely true. Here's the song. Oh, let me turn it up.
The fall of 98 Rock. Gather round. Here's a cautionary tale. Mr. Rogers ran the station, but he failed. 98 Rock once lit up the air. Now it's silence, cause hate don't fare. Rogers in charge, thought he had the power, but his racism grew like a weed in a flower. Playlist bland, the ratings crashed. Listeners fled as his hate rehashed. Behind closed doors, whispers took flight. Racist policies deep in the night. Emails leaked with his ugly tone. Bigoted rants, he was out on his own. The DJs balked, they wouldn't comply. Taking a stand and they said goodbye. Sponsors pulled, the funding fell. Rogers dug 98's grave himself. No music, no soul, just dead air remains. Rogers steered the boat straight into the flames. What once was iconic now fades away. 98's legacy lost in the fray. Goodbye, Mr. Rogers, your hate defined. You poisoned the station and warped its mind. Goodbye, 98, your signal is through. You fell with the leader who divided two. Goodbye, Mr. Rogers, you buried the sound. Now nothing but echoes and ashes are found. He claimed to be fearless, called it free speech, but freedom ain't hate and the people teach. Listeners heard and they made it clear, there's no place for racism here. Morning teams walked, the night hosts went. The moral cost far outweighed the rent. From Sacramento waves to the valley's breeze, Rogers brought the rock down to its knees. Allegations flew, his scandals grew wide, but it's the racism that killed his pride. The board took a vote, sent him away, but 98 Rock had already decayed. Gone are the hits, the community sound. Rogers burned it all right into the ground. What once was a pillar now crumbles and falls, all for a man with no morals at all. Goodbye, Mr. Rogers, your name's a stain. The airwaves now cleared from anger and pain. Goodbye, 98, the lights are all gone. Rogers lit the match, then watched it burn long. Goodbye, Mr. Rogers, your story's done. You destroyed the station, the damage is won. Check the ruins, there's nothing but dust. A lesson in leaders who betray the trust. Rogers thought he was bigger than the crowd, but hate always falls, no bigots allowed. The town rebuilt, found new sounds to cheer, leaving Rogers bitter and drowning in fear. No one mourned for the fall of the rock. They turned the dial and changed the clock. Goodbye, Mr. Rogers, your time has passed. Your racist reign was never gonna last. Goodbye, 98, we loved you once true, but Rogers killed the soul
without you in tow. Yo, take this lesson and make it clear. Racism's poison, it won't persevere. Rogers thought he ruled, but he lost it all. Now 98 Rock has taken the fall.
Damn.
I know. That's good.
That's really sorry to pause it there. That's really good.
It's scary
Yeah.
how good that is.
Like, doesn't that kind of sound like a sort of a mixture of Hollywood Undead, Five Finger Death Punch, and like one of those really like cheesy early 2000s rock bands? I can't think of the name of them.
Oh yeah.
Pop Evil, it sounded like to me.
Yeah,
Like
very
a Breaking
Pop Evil.
Benjamin or
It's almost like AI takes the sound of all those bands and just squishes it all together.
it is an algorithm, so that's probably what they're doing.
Yeah,
The only thing that I'm sad about him getting let go is that he's not going to be able to drive to work every day and see our billboard.
That's right. Well, we got to get that billboard. And for
I
those of you
agree.
that don't know, Ian found if you're not a part of our Facebook group, you have to join our Facebook group. This is not that damn show. It's a lot of fun. But Ian found exactly the perfect billboard. It's like right across the street from the radio station, isn't it?
I don't even think it's across the street. I'm pretty sure it's like on the same side like of the street, like right there. Like if I could pull up, I'm gonna pull up the
Put it up
the
there. I'll put it on
pictures
the
that
screen.
let me find them real quick.
I don't even know who's in the building anymore that we work with there hardly. Like, I'm serious. That
I
would
think-
even react to it.
Maybe just a couple of sales people and mostly people on the other stations. So like the people over on the end, the people over on the Eagle,
Sports guys.
the sports guys.
Like his favorite.
Those guys are my least
So
favorite.
that is the billboard that
Where
you
it's
can
circled?
rent. Yeah, and that is where Odyssey is. So it's basically right there.
Oh my God. That's what we need. I don't know what
Yeah.
we would do. We just put our faces up there and give them the. I don't know.
Who cares what we do with it?
Show. We could use those little cartoon characters that my wife made and put those up there. That'd be kind of funny.
Which, by the way, I didn't know where to put it in the show. Shout out to her because like the cartoons and stuff that she comes up with on the fly. Like I even said, are we not paying her? Because we need to.
Yeah, we should. And I told her, I was like, we're talking about figuring out a way to. But she does that shit on her own too. She'd like, I'll just be down here and she'll send me a text and it'll have a picture and I'm like, what
That's
the hell?
amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, another reason to be following us over on Facebook because we share all that stuff before most people. A lot of that stuff will become merch. We're still working on the Cunts and Crumpets mug, and I think we're going to get on some T-shirts. And Ian had a great idea, and it was putting our faces, those cartoon faces, on coasters. I love that idea.
Something. I mean, because damn, I mean, you can put them on buttons or whatever. Yeah, I love those so much. I immediately went and made it my profile picture. I was like, yep, she nailed it.
That shit is awesome.
I think people would like them on a T-shirt too because it's like a cool little picture.
It is.
It looks
It's really
good.
cool. Yeah, I love that. Maybe we'll put it on a T-shirt. Not that damn show. People will buy that shit too. That's why you got to be a part of our Patreon so you get access. Well, I don't know. We'll probably sell that stuff to everybody.
Yeah, that stuff's got to be sold to everybody. I mean, the Patreon right now is for exclusive content, behind the scenes stuff that we said that we're gonna cut from the regular show just because you gotta give you something.
Well, for now, but then eventually it's going to be our whole video episodes. Those are all our videos are going to go over on Patreon, and you're only going to get the audio stuff on Spotify and all that other shit.
And then we'll be dropping an album.
Oh my
Yes!
God. Dude,
Something.
if you keep making these songs, we will probably sell an album around Christmas time.
Oh,
of
I'll
all
write
Stroke
some,
of Five
yeah.
songs. We could write some Christmas songs and shit. I mean,
was
we
gonna
could
say,
probably
hold on.
all write a few tunes and send it over to Stroke, pitch in a little bit of money to help that AI so he's not paying for it all himself. And then
Hey,
fuck yeah.
and anybody who has any ideas, anything we talk about, or just overall ideas, send them. Because never know. I mean, something may turn out to be genius.
Yeah, comment on YouTube, on Spotify, whatever's in the group, whatever you got to do.
I also brought this up. Are we allowed to take our old parodies and make an album? Because I feel like we're sitting on gold here.
I think you guys wrote them.
We did
Why
write
not?
them.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see why not. But
Yeah,
is
I
there
don't- yeah.
you'd have to re-record them probably.
Oh, don't make me do
Maybe.
that.
Because they were live and so there were like mess ups on them still. So I mean,
So what?
Lara, do you have that audio?
I have audio for a lot of them, but definitely not all of them. Probably like 80% of them though.
There's also a lot of them on our YouTube channel still that we
We should take all that
still
down
up.
and put them up on our Patreon if people want to see
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Like we need to take that shit down because people
Yeah.
are looking at it for that's old us. Like no. Here's the new us. We're the new hotness.
We could do new parodies.
I don't
Could do
know.
new parodies. People love those parodies.
I did so many, and I'm not saying we can't down the line, but I got so burnt out on doing one a week because people even said, "How do you do that every week?" I'm like, I'm getting tired. I gotta stop because it takes a lot out of me. Like every time I'd write a new one, because you really got to sit and focus, and it takes longer than people think it does. I can't just write it in 20 minutes.
Well, with AI, you can now.
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, it depends. You can come up with some generic thing that won't get vulgar, but if you need my touch to it.
Wait a
I took AI and said, write a song about this and use it in the tune of this song, and it will write to that. And if you take it and you sing it over, if you sing it right, you're good. You're golden. It'll help. It'll at least help.
That's cheating.
I like
That's
cheating.
not
It's
cool,
cheating.
man.
I actually like that idea because some of the songs that I tried to do for the parody, I can't hit those notes. So if AI wants to do picks from an angle, they are more than welcome.
Yeah, I don't know. The program I got, I don't know if it can take some kind of royalty music. And do that.
No, I don't think
that may
that.
be something different. So
I'm saying you can have it write the lyrics with that song in mind.
So you sing it, pretend like it's yours. It's plagiarism, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
You're plagiarizing AI. AI is already plagiarizing everybody as it is.
Oh, I wrote this parody. No, you didn't.
Stop telling everybody our secrets. God. No one's going to listen and think everything's done by AI. Anyway, something that isn't done by AI is this new segment that I think would be a lot of fun. We talked about bringing in some new stuff. So we're going to probably over the next couple of weeks, we might be trying some new things out. And if they don't really hit well, we'll never do them again, or maybe they'll be great. Some of us will participate. Some of us won't. It is what it is. So we came up with this idea called that what does it say? That damn show shit list? Is that what we want to call it? I don't even think we had a name.
You made the list.
You're on the list.
You're on the list. And it's basically, it could be a news story, a person, your kid, something even at this, like a product at the grocery store. It literally could be anything you want it to be that pissed you off or pissed the internet off or just was so annoying this week that you make it on our fucking list. And each of us, it could happen every week. It could happen every other week. It could just be an ongoing thing where we're just like, you know what, I'm gonna put that person on my fucking list. And then in the middle of the show, you'd be like, you know what, I got somebody for the list, and we'll just get into it. So do you guys have people for a list today?
I do.
You do, Larry? Do you? I think I got one.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
I had a fantastic week, so I really have nothing. I got two A's in my. I got 2 A's in my class. Instagram just sent me a $1,200 check. I mean, I can't tell you everything's great.
You know what? Everybody who's on my list is gone now, and Stroke is on my fucking list. Because fuck that. $1,200 from Instagram. I get $10.
I think it was 11 something. They sent me 300 last week. Yeah, I think I'm getting about $4,000 total this month.
Quit your fucking job and just do Instagram.
That's what I'm thinking. Something went on there, and it got like 18 million hits, and it was like ding ding ding. I'm like, hell yeah, keep paying me. It was something about farting in prison and blowing out your asshole or something nasty.
People love nasty. I mean, that's what it is.
I mean, I didn't make $1,200, but the Kings did win me $150 on Thursdays or Friday, so that was good.
Stroke, you should just put the IRS on your list because they're probably going to take a chunk of that money. So
they already. No, I get taxed. Meta gives me a statement. I got taxed.
They'll send you a 1099.
I get taxed.
Send me one too for my fucking $14 I made last year from fucking Meta. Shut up. Stupid.
They just keep changing the bonus structure. Like this week, this week we want you to do 3 or 4 different carousels. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna do a reel until you come back to my reels again.
Yeah, reels are the ones that always made the most money, right? I'm doing the same thing with the carousel one. And I'm not getting anything on it.
Yeah, it's boring.
Anyway, Meta's on my list right now, so fuck them. All right, so who wants to go first? Larry, you want to go first? Who's on your list?
I just want to say this is me every time I say one. So I'm just Ryan Howard writing down my list of people who have wronged me or anyone in general. My first person is a lady who's been in the news for a couple years now. You guys probably know about her, Ruby Frankie.
Oh my God. My wife just watched the thing on her. Okay.
On Hulu, The Devil in the Family. She's like a mommy vlogger, and she's part of a Mormon family with 6 kids. And she branded herself as like the mommy vlogger, but then it came out that she was like abusing her children, and she actually pled guilty to felony charges of child abuse. Like one of her kids escaped the house and like ran to a neighbor begging for food and stuff. So she got in trouble, went to jail, but a documentary just came out on Hulu kind of like giving some behind the scenes clips and stuff. And seeing this clip right here that I'm about to play for you is why she's on my list specifically, because she pissed me off. Here it is.
Grandpa. So tell us who you're named after.
Grandpa.
Which grandpa? Okay, we're going to try this again. You be a little more talkative here.
I am. I'm talking, answering your questions.
Hey! If I hear one more word, get out!
My God.
Bitch.
Evil. If I'm going to let you
I don't.
vlog, and if I'm going to spend all my time helping you, you're going to help me too.
To do.
Be excited to tell them where your name came from, even if you have to fake it. Fake being happy.
Oh my God.
Okay?
I don't know if I can right now.
So
What
she
a
just
piece of
made
shit.
list.
Oh yeah, that kind of reminds me when people tell you to smile. It's like when you're just kind of like having
yeah.
an average day, and you're like, smile. Like, shut the fuck up. I'll smile if I want to smile.
Don't fucking tell me to smile.
People who use
do
their
whatever the fuck
kids
I want.
as like to make themselves famous or get themselves money, they're on my list, all of them.
Wow, that was bad. And I know that like it came out, there was some sexual stuff going on, and that whole story is just terrible. But I didn't see that clip, and I didn't watch it. My wife watched it, so I had no idea that it was like that. That's crazy.
I guess I have plans for later. I got to see this.
So that's on Hulu.
Yeah.
All right, Ian, who's on your list?
Well, one of our Stroke and I's good friends, who is now a police officer, he comes into my bar last night, full uniform, needs to talk to the bartender. He sees me, he goes, "Ian, come here. I need to talk to you too." When a cop says that, I almost shit my pants. I'm like, I've been here the whole time. He shows me a photo of a person who's been in my bar many times, who is now on the run for strangling and beating the shit out of a woman on our beach, our sand. He loves karaoke and billiards, and he allegedly did this. His name is Thomas Cooper, and I hope to God that we find him, because he is now on the run for beating the shit out of a woman on our beach. And he's been in my bar several times, so he is now on my list. And we're going to catch you, son of a bitch.
Put him
Damn.
on the list. He's on the. What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I don't know that mine compares with your guys's.
Oh,
Ours are a little dramatic.
Well, my second choice was the bitchy bachelorette party that I had to deal with last night, but this guy was a little bit worse.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's you guys like. Lara's got child abuse. You got woman beater.
They won't all be this serious, I promise.
Well, I have one of a teenager beating up a teacher. So, I mean, it's kind of bad, but it's not that bad. Not as bad as... So, basically, this happened over in... wait, where's my thing here? It happened in Antelope. You guys know where Antelope is? Remember when you lived out here? It was sort of by where the old radio station was.
My ex lived in Antelope.
Yeah, so this happened in Antelope. This happened last week, where this kid was like apparently super hungry and wanted to go get a muffin from one of the vending machines. And the teacher wouldn't let him at the time. Like, you got to have to wait till in between classes or whatever. And that kid was not fucking having it. I have a couple of videos I want to play. So I want you guys to see how this kid, how it started, what the kid did to the teacher, and then what ended up happening to the kid at the end. So there's one kid in this who's actually like a hero. But this little this is a 14-year-old kid. He's on my list.
He's kicking him. He's kicking him. Oh, shit. Bro, let go, Mr. Burton, bro. Get your ass off of Mr. Burton. Get your ass off of Mr. Burton.
He looks pissed.
Yeah.
Chill the fuck out.
Like, that kid's face, like, he looks...
That is, I'm going to kill
evil.
you.
That is an evil face right there.
Yeah,
So-
that kid.
He's all pissed off, and this, by the way, this video
'Cause he
came
can't
from
get a
916
muffin.
today. But that kid is mad, a spoiled little brat kid, because he wanted to go get a muffin or something, and a teacher wouldn't let him. So this ends up starting in the gymnasium, and then it ends up in the hallway. Here's the second video.
Oh, he's off for blood, bro.
Jesus.
Get him. The teacher's not really trying.
Yeah, the teacher's like, meh.
Let him get his ass whooped.
So he got what happened here in that video is that he was going out they were going out into the hallway, and the kid was still swinging on a teacher, and another kid tried to break it up, but the kid who was fighting the teacher swung around, knocked that kid down, and then the third kid jumped in and beat the shit out of that kid. Wham, 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 wham.
Good.
And he fucked him up.
He knew he had a pass too, so he didn't go easy at all.
And that's the tough part about being a teacher when you got these high school kids who, if they gang up on you, you're not supposed to lay a hand on them, right?
Nope.
You're not supposed to.
What are you supposed to do? I mean, you're an adult.
That's why I beat the shit out of them. That's what they need.
Exactly. That's why I couldn't be a teacher.
I could never be a teacher, but thankfully there was like kids that were like, stop hitting Mr. whatever his name was, and then the other kid was like, this is enough, and beats the shit out of him.
I kick his ass out of school. Never let him go back.
I'm giving them a pass because these are kids, but y'all need to learn how to work a camera better because I'm like, I want to see what's going on, but I can't.
Good point.
Hashtag fight muffin.
We had a teacher at our school. He was a PE teacher, and instead of fighting the kid who was like acting out, I think the kid got aggressive. He sat on the kid, and he was a real big fat guy, and so I think he got fired for that. But that was like him. That was him being non-violent. He was just stopping the kid from getting away. But he got
that'll
fired.
Get you fired for sure.
Yeah, I just saw. I think I just read an article of some teacher or a nanny or something. She was like 300-something pounds, sat on a kid for acting up, and she killed him. This has just happened. She almost made my list, but it was such last. This is real. This just happened.
Damn.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I had a teacher. Her name was Miss Dollar in 3rd grade, and she was so fat. She walked with a
Dollar,
cane.
make you holler. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No. She was so fat. Everybody was terrified.
How fat
of her.
was she?
She wobbled, just wah. And she's like, hey. She made all the kids come to her desk. She didn't even teach at the board because she was so fat. And I remember just being terrified of this woman. Oh, God, she could have she could have killed 5 of us.
I had a really fat PE teacher, and I remember being like in 1st or kindergarten, like, this guy's so fat. Why is he trying to get me to play kickball and stuff? This guy.
I think we all had a fat PE teacher at some point because, like, he's like, he making us run around the gym. Like, you better join us, you fat piece of shit.
Right? You should be running, dude. I'm good. Oh shit! How are you going to be a fat PE teacher? That seems.
I know that's crazy.
We had the guy that was also the coach, or you had the lesbian, not lipstick lesbian teacher who scared the hell out of you, PE
not
coach.
Lipstick.
No. And now I see like some of these PE coaches are hot. Like they're like you see them in the news, sleeping with students and stuff. I'm like, dang.
it's always teachers were never that hot when I was that young.
I had one that was stupid hot, and she was my 9th grade English teacher. I remember her name was Miss Haney, and she was fine.
Yeah,
everyone had a crush on her. Everyone.
You remember my theory of why a lot of these female teachers are sleeping with students, right?
Isn't it something like because they really weren't getting it in high school? They were maybe nerdy, and then
they're reliving it.
Yeah, they're reliving
because
it.
they're rapists.
But that's what it is. That is literally they're rapists. They don't call them that in the news or anything, but it doesn't matter if you're a woman or not. You're raping a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's messed up. God, this show got really dark really fast, by the way.
Sorry.
Rape, children rape, like fucking yikes. Maybe this on the list thing isn't that great of an idea.
I like it. Well mine will be a lot more bar censored because I work 3 nights a week at a bar, so I'm going to have a lot of dickheads that are going to make the list for stupid reasons, not like woman beating reasons.
Well, I did have another one that I think didn't quite make the list, and I'm going to put this over on Patreon. Do you guys have I've had 2. Do you have another one?
The Bachelorette story.
All right, Larry, go ahead. What do you got? We'll put this real quick. We will put this. If you're not a Patreon subscriber, you're missing out. That's all I'm saying. Because now this is getting cut out for all of you people, and it's going over to Patreon.
Yeah, you're just going to hear that, and then we'll switch over to whatever's next.
Yep. Interesting. All right. Well, that's you're on the list, and if you missed half of what we just said, it's because you're not really on the list and you're not part of Patreon. So go join Patreon, Jack.
Get on the list.
Get on the list and join Patreon. So we do have another Strokified song, and I think it's
we probably won't normally have this many songs, but today is a kind of a special day.
We're testing out the toy.
I got to tell you, this is my favorite one. I know it's not as dirty as some of the other ones, but this is my favorite. If you're going to play the whole thing, this is my favorite song.
I might as well play the whole thing. We're just like a radio show today, man. We're playing music in between our bits. Yeah. And then we'll just get right into what this song is singing about because that's what this is for. This will be coming open probably for this new segment. Correct?
All right, here we go. I think it's great.
Yo, it's Florida man, coming in hot, breaking all the rules, hitting every spot, from the swamps to the sand, you know his plan. It's chaos in the sunshine, catch him if you can. He's riding an alligator through the Everglades, stealing candy bars, going hand grenades. Hit a Waffle House, flipped a big old stack, then he sped off barefoot. They can't get a guy. Hit the lotto, but cashed it in for bait. Got a mullet haircut and called it fate. He's wrestling a python in a neighbor's yard while he's sipping on a Slurpee like he's living large. Cops chase him down, but they can't compete. Florida man's heat burns in the concrete. Florida man, loose and wild, breaking all the headlines, crocodile style. From the Keys to the Panhandle, he don't quit. Living life loud with a wild misfit. Florida man, living on the edge. Every day's loco, he's got a ledge. A legend in the making, say it if you can. There ain't no one crazier than Florida man. Driving a lawnmower down 995 with a parrot on his shoulder, feeling so alive. He robbed a gas station with a BB gun, then bought fireworks just for fun. Saw a shark at the beach, gave it a smooch. Set up camp in an abandoned church. On the courthouse steps in a flamingo suit, he danced to Pitbull, said, I'm a truth. News crews follow, but they can't keep pace. Florida man's chaos too wild to trace. Florida man, loose and wild, breaking all the headlines, crocodile style. From the Keys to the Panhandle, he don't quit. Living life loud with a wild misfit. Florida man, living on the edge. Every day's loco, he's got a ledge. A legend in the making, say it if you can. There ain't no one crazier than Florida man. He's a star at the swamp with the gators and snakes, taking selfies with a pelican, raising the stakes. Got his mugshot framed at the county jail, signed it for the sheriff, catch me on the trail. Last seen on an airboat doing donuts at dawn, wearing 3 pairs of shades and a rope from his lawn. You can try to predict, but he's like a hurricane. He'll leave you laughing, shaking your brain. Florida man, loose and wild, breaking all the headlines, crocodile style. From the Keys to the Panhandle, he don't quit. Living life loud with a wild misfit. Florida man, chaos in his veins, running from reality off the chain. A hero to some, a villain to the land, forever infamous. That's Florida man. Florida heat, Florida vibe. If there's trouble brewing, he's already arrived. With a wink and a grin, he's off once more. Florida man, baby, he's the folklore.
Love that part.
Yo,
that song is
Florida
fantastic.
man, he's the folklore.
That song is for sale if you'd like to buy it. I do own the rights to it.
We really need to.
We will be
figure that
happy.
out.
That will pay our bills.
That will pay our bills. We will put that. We will make that available on Patreon too. So just join our Patreon, and over the next few days, there will be a lot more extra content. For those of you that are asking, it will be filled with content. I promise you. That is what we're working on. So subscribe now so that you don't miss out.
And if you're a country artist, you can own the right to do that song on the radio
for just $10,000.
That one sounded like Scary of a Dead Man to me.
I was trying to think of, like, you guys remember that song where it was like something about dancing on a stripper pole?
Yeah, she wants her pants around that clothes.
Yes,
yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's that
My Darkest Day.
Yeah, My Darkest Day. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what these bands sound like. My Darkest Day. My Darkest Day is basically AI music. That's it. That's what I think.
I mean, you could mash together like every band at Rockville or Aftershock, and it'll spit out that.
True. That's true. All right, so I guess we got Florida Man.
Florida man.
All right,
no, man,
so
you got it's Florida man.
I'll have to change it up.
Yeah, replace the. It's old.
Everything's changing.
Well, when you're 20 years old, you're kind of just getting really into life. Maybe you couldn't even. I mean, technically you're an adult, but you're not really an adult.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like you're there yet. You're still trying to figure out life. But you don't usually have a lot of money unless your family has money, right?
That's true. Yeah, true.
So where would you not go? You probably would not go and try to buy a brand new BMW from a dealership that cost over $110,000 because you probably don't have the credit or the funds.
Probably.
And that's exactly what happened to a Gainesville man. 20 years old, he goes in. They tell him at 2:00. They go, dude, you've been denied. Sorry, you came in here with your minimum wage job trying to make it, but dude, you can't buy a $110,000 BMW. You cannot do this. He failed the credit check required for the test drive, so he couldn't even test drive the damn thing.
You can't even look at this car, dude.
Don't touch it.
Just turn around and get out of here. He was upset by the denial. The man tried to grab his the car keys as he exited the building, but employees prevented him from doing that. So he was going to grab the keys and still go for the ride. He then returned to his car, his personal car, circled the dealership twice, drove into the showroom windows. Once inside, he ran. Once he crashed through the place, then he started searching for the keys, but he didn't have any luck. They hid the keys still.
Of course,
the man
they're not going to leave them open.
Now, let's say 2:00 he's denied. He's circling around. Let's say probably this happened about 2:15. I'm just guessing. By 4:44, after he leaves, the cops already pick him up. Now, was it really that hard? They already ran a credit check on the guy. They already knew his information.
What an idiot. This is the thing about criminals is they just never, bad criminals never think it through. It's like, here's the idea. I'm going to go steal this car, whatever. That's it. But you also gave them your ID. They have all your information. They know your address. They literally know everything about you.
Where you work. Yeah.
Literally everything.
So nobody was injured. So that's a good thing as this jackass drove through the windows. $60,000 he cost. He probably can't even afford to fix that right now. So he's facing grand theft, auto, and criminal mischief charges.
What an idiot.
He screwed his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. What a dummy.
Florida man.
Big time.
That's dumb. All right.
Story
number 2. We'll go down to South Florida, down in Miami, the international airport there. A couple was arrested there on Sunday, so about a week ago, after attempting to force their way onto a plane and assaulting staff. The incident occurred when the pair arrived late from their flight to Cancun, Mexico on American Airlines. So they got in a little late. I mean, that sucks, but doesn't mean
nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. According to the sheriff's office, the couple became disruptive. The woman threw coffee in the American airline woman's face. You know how hot that must have been?
Yeah. That's like that.
Bitch.
Especially could be like, that's some serious charges for doing something like that.
Yeah.
Video footage, because there's cameras everywhere, captured it. Cops responded to the altercation on the tarmac just before the flight departure. Approximately 6 deputies were involved in handling the situation. The man was charged with resisting an officer without violence and trespassing. The woman's facing 2 counts of battery and trespassing because of that whole little coffee thing. Yeah, let me throw coffee in your face and I'm still getting on this flight. You think that flight's leaving?
No.
Not with you on it.
What an idiot.
All right, would you guys ever sift through doo-doo? If it
Maybe.
was
What's in it? What's in it?
Yeah.
Is there a gold bar?
Closed diamonds.
Then yes.
I might.
I would sift through some poop.
Yeah.
I think I might.
For some
diamonds.
Right, what are you talking, human poop or animal poop?
This is person poop, but this is $770,000 worth of poop. I mean, this is a valuable turd.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gloves.
All right, so this guy's not technically from Florida, but he was in Florida, and, we get a lot of visitors here. This 32-year-old guy from Texas, he attempted to steal $1.3 million worth of diamond jewelry from Tiffany & Company in Orlando. On his way out, he got into a scuffle with employees and dropped a ring, but he got away with 2 sets of diamond earrings worth $610,000 and $160,000. He jumped into his SUV and tried to drive all the way back to Texas. There's probably cameras that showed us the vehicle and what he was driving, because it didn't take much for them to investigate and figure this guy out. When they tracked him down a few hours later, when they were trying to take him into custody, they say he swallowed those 2 sets of earrings. So he's like, and that didn't fool anybody. It just made things messier, which I imagine it did. They scanned his body and saw what they call the foreign objects and notified him that they'd have to be collected after passing through his system. So somebody was on doo-doo monitoring.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, that one. And the guy even asked, am I going to be charged with something that's in my stomach?
Yeah.
Well, you still
Well, you sort of just admitted that you have. Like, yes, of course.
Yes,
I remember seeing the story and I was like, it's a Texas man, but it happened in Florida. So who really gets the credit here? It's a very philosophical question.
I don't know. As we have a sign down here we said, and it's been said many times, you come on vacation, leave on probation. We have a sign that actually says that down here.
That's funny.
Can you imagine if he had gotten away with it and he later sold it at a pawn shop or something, and some lady was wearing earrings that went through a man's bowels? That's disgusting.
I mean,
well, they're expensive, so I don't think she'd care.
I would care if I knew. I guess you didn't know.
Also, Larry, you said you'd sift with gloves for $700,000. No gloves. I'll do it.
I'd probably do it
I'll
without
just grab
gloves
the
too.
turd.
Yeah,
I just
squeeze it.
that much. I squeeze the turd.
Yeah, until
Yeah,
you
see
feel it in
if
there. Squeezes comes between your fingers and shit as you're squeezing.
Like slime.
Doo-doo under your nails, everything. Like whatever.
God.
I would eat it afterwards.
I would. That's probably where I would draw the line. Is I would not eat it.
No.
Oh, I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it. No.
Lara's like, I would eat it.
I have a really gross but really funny poop story.
You do?
I just thought of off the top of my head. It reminded me of it. But my family is a bunch of farmers and ranchers and stuff. And my cousin was telling me this. Our grandparents, basically, they had a septic unit that they were supposed to empty every couple of years, but they never did for 20 years. That septic tank was so overfull and they were so cheap. They did not pay someone to do it. They had the little kids go out there with 5-gallon buckets, scoop the poop out one by one, bring it out to the field and dump it. Their children, they may do that.
That's messed
own
up.
shit.
That's disgusting.
Traumatizing.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
20 years worth of shit. They had to do with 5-gallon
I don't know if it
buckets.
was holy, but it was shit.
Isn't that so wrong?
That's some serious poop talk.
And then, oh my God, there's more. So they had
okay, wait, there's more?
Can I handle more?
More. This was so great. I forgot about this. My grandpa would go out to their garden and he had fruits, vegetables, tomatoes or whatever. He'd just drop his pants and shit right there in his garden. And best tomatoes you could ever imagine.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Shit makes things grow.
Yep.
What the hell's wrong with your family? You first of all, we talked about this on the pre-show. If you're again part of the Patreon, you would hear this the behind the scenes stuff. We talked to Lara. Her whole family's weird. So Lara glues beard hair to her face. Her husband's beard hair. She actually has a collection of it. But we're not going to talk about that.
There it is. It's in your hand. I see it.
You have it, don't you? Oh my God!
Just a bag of her fucking husband's beard hair that he trims and gives to her, acting like that's completely normal.
And your grandpa.
You realize we probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for our ancestors who were shitting on the garden.
That's true.
You know what? Yeah, it's like necessity. Like you just do what you have to do, and it's like the circle.
Not nowadays. You buy shit, the animal shit, manure at the store.
I mean, but were they back in the day? Were they using human shit as fertilizer?
Desperate times, Mikey. Yes. There was a recession. You can't just go buy shit. You got to make your own.
There's more nutrients in human shit.
I know that they used to I know that there used to be like the people would follow the horses as like horses were walking around or whatever in the way back in the day, and they would pick the oats out of the horse poop so they could refeed it back to the horses.
Jesus Christ! I would like to move on.
You know what's funny when they have these stupid parades because they have lots of parades all the time, and these horses are in it, and they take big shits, and you hear like you don't got to be looking, you can just hear the shit hit the ground.
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
You just wonder, you're like, who's gonna pick the shit up,
dude? When I was in
drive through it.
When I was in New Orleans, they have a mounted division that's just patrolling Bourbon Street because cars can't get through that quicker than a horse can. So there's like 4 horses just sitting there shitting in the street, and I didn't see anyone cleaning that shit up until the street cleaners would come in the next day. So it's just sitting there all night. It's disgusting. It stinks like it's so bad.
In fairness, New Orleans smells like shit. I don't know if you guys ever been there.
It gets a lot worse. It got a lot worse.
Weren't we doing a show somewhere where a horse shit right in front of us?
I think we were just leaving somewhere, and why do I feel like we were downtown? I know that.
I think we were watching a show or that little bar that was right next to the
I think
Golden
you're right.
One Center.
Yeah,
Were we ice skating? Maybe.
Oh, maybe it was ice skating. Yeah,
it was right in that area.
Well,
yeah, we were doing something at Golden One. I know that.
Gross.
Anyway, moving right along.
All right, so this is another one. Again, people come to Florida all the time and lose their mind. In Key Largo, Florida, and they become Florida man even if it's temporarily. We just say,
Florida women.
Man. And Florida women, a 55-year-old man from New York, after multiple reports of reckless driving along US 1, witnesses reported that the man struck traffic cones near mile marker 108 before stopping his truck. When authorities got there, they found the man outside the vehicle wearing only a construction hard hat and dancing to music. He went straight up Florida, man.
Nice.
Hey, no, he went straight up Village people.
While being detained, he attempted to smoke marijuana from a pipe. Just
while being detained.
But still got the construction hat on. Deputies arrested him on charges of driving under the influence, drug possession, and resisting arrest. He's currently being held in Key West, and he's scheduled for arraignment back coming up in March 19th. Well, they're keeping his ass another 10 days from right now when we're recording this.
Damn. Well, that's what you get.
Why would
you can't dance around naked like that?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And the last one I thought would be, there's always stories about people using different objects for domestic violence. There was a story wasn't a Florida story, but there was a person who hit a guy with a watermelon. Did you see that a couple days ago?
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah, she threw a watermelon at him and claimed she didn't mean to hit him. I'm like, you gotta, if you throw a watermelon, you know where it's going.
Yeah,
he's covered in seeds.
Accident. Yeah.
Is he facing Melanie charges?
Oh my God.
Melanie.
Where's Lara said something dumb?
Well, I don't have that button, but I gotta find it.
Oh man, yeah, go get
just
that.
Thought of it. So this one's in Orlando. This was not the melon. This involves a woman who's been charged with aggravated battery after attacking a man with. This would hurt. You like Pringles?
I do.
Yeah.
What flavor? It matters.
It does.
I mean, the flavor obviously matters. You got some you like more
original pizza and salt and vinegar.
But she used a Pringles can, according to the sheriff's office.
Were there Pringles in it? That also matters.
Don't know. The incident occurred at a 7-Eleven gas station, and the deputy reporter responded to a physical altercation, identified the victim. The victim stated the woman struck him in the eye with the Pringles can before fleeing the scene. He's saying that he sustained a significant cut to his right eyebrow and below his eye, which caused bleeding, which they had to call fire and rescue out to come patch him up a little bit, which is kind of like embarrassing.
If a Pringles can did that much damage, I'm assuming there were chips in it.
Deputies later located the woman where she was detained. When they found the woman, they still found the Pringles can. She didn't get rid of it. The Pringles can was still in her possession.
All bloody and everything.
Yeah, she's probably still aggravated battery charges.
See, I deal with this at least once a week. Like, this is just lazy journalism. Like, there was a story where a woman stabbed her boyfriend because he wouldn't eat her cooking, and I'm asking myself, what did she make? Like, it's details like that. What kind of Pringles was it? This is lazy journalism. Tell me. I need to know.
Yeah, because if it is regular or salt and vinegar, the pizza ones are just okay. They are good, but
pizza ones are great.
But if it is, why would she
sour cream and onion garbage?
Why would she waste that? Like these are the questions I have. Like they're not cheap. You know what I'm saying? People don't just like throw money down the toilet like that.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff over here that's not edible that I can throw at you. Groceries are getting expensive.
Yeah. We don't even know what the guy did. We don't know if they were in a relationship. We don't know if he's just a random guy who got attacked with a Pringles can. Like they left out a lot of information.
I hope that it was just a random Pringles because that would be way better.
We'll call the attacker the Pringler.
Like, this bitch just come on, just hit me with a Pringles can. What?
I don't know.
I don't believe this. Get the tape. Put it on Not That Damn Show. Everybody needs to see this.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. That's hilarious.
That's all I got for your Florida update.
I love Florida man.
Florida man.
But I gotta take the Florida man.
Absolutely. I just love that. They go so hard on that Florida man.
God, that's a great song.
I want to hear that song at Aftershock.
I just want to remind everybody still that we still have one more song that we're going to play towards the end of the show, and that's that really good one about Not That Damn Show. We'll get to that eventually, but we do have a game that we want to play. Lara had put together a fun game, and Lara, do you want to tell everybody what the name of this game is and how we're going to play?
So I guess the theme of this episode is like testing how good AI, artificial intelligence, is. I just want to do a little test to see if you guys can really recognize AI compared to real life. And this game is called Fartificial Intelligence. I'm going to play a fart for you. You can tell me if AI made the fart or if a human made the fart. That's it.
Do we get farts? So do we get to do we get to know if it was like a female or male, or is it just we just have to like you can't say is this either a female AI or female human? Like does that not
I'll
matter?
give you the description afterwards, but I don't want to give any like hints beforehand.
I got
this whole AI thing is getting on. I mean, it's coming. One of these days, I'm gonna walk in here and say I just fucked an AI robot. Like I know I'm gonna say it soon.
I think that's where we're headed.
Putting them out there, and like they look hotter and hotter.
Also, I know that. Every episode has like a title. I feel like AI is going to be in there somewhere. This is going to be the AI episode.
I think that's probably what we're going to go with today for this one.
Okay.
All right, Larry, let's do it.
All right, fartificial intelligence. Is this a real fart or not?
Wow.
Hell, I've done that.
Not that long. Have you?
Okay,
This thing's
maybe
still going.
not anymore.
Oh my God. No way.
That
There's
sounded like
nobody-
a balloon.
If somebody farted that, their whole belly just went down like inches.
Yeah.
You
And
would
they're
have
probably out of breath.
you have so much gas. And they had to hurt before it even came out. Like your stomach would be hard as a rock because it's just filled with gas if that was a real person. There was a lot of room noise in there though, too, because now that makes me feel like I don't feel like AI would add that extra effect in the back. So that kind of confuses me, throws me off a little, makes me think it might actually be a human.
I think it's real.
I think it's a human. What do you think, Stroke?
No, too long.
Lara?
Too long.
Too long
Okay.
for stroke. That's what she said. I can't believe it, but this is absolutely a real fart. This man was on camera doing this, and he was straining, and at the end, he made a big breath. He was like, like he was doing everything, put everything into it.
That's like all the breath out of his body.
Was it a big
Just to do
fat
that
man?
one.
No, it was a skinny, like just a little skinny white dude, looked very athletic, wearing basketball shorts. You can almost
It's
like
a
see the
protein fart. That's like a protein fart. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
He eats a lot of eggs for working out, probably. You can see his
Probably.
basketball shorts kind of wavering with the sound of the fart.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was impressive.
That is impressive.
All right, is this AI or a real fart?
Ooh, that was
God
wet.
damn, that was nasty.
That was
Base
wet.
on that.
Yeah.
Can I hear that one more time?
God, I don't want to hear it again
God,
ever.
that's nasty. That's real. That's a human who that person pooped their pants.
I'm gonna say that's fake.
That sounded like me a couple weeks ago.
Oh God.
Yeah, right. Like that's a
Wow.
wet fart. Like that could definitely be poop.
Yeah,
It's real.
that's that. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, I typed in human sounding wet fart, and this is what AI made. And if you listen towards the end, like the very end, it sounds very digitally. So you can kind of tell. Right there, like how it's digitally it's staticky.
I don't even want to know what kind of ads you're gonna get on Facebook now that you type that into Google.
Can I wait, Larry, are you
Good
using like a fart AI maker or are you using like chat or something?
Chat, I've never used chat before, but I looked up just a bunch of different ones like AI sound creator.
Oh,
I just went to a bunch of different websites basically to find one.
Go
I
up
do
to
a lot of free
Odyssey and ask
trials.
if you can use their computer. Go Odyssey, they used to use their computer. Just say, hey, can we use your computer for our show?
All right.
Oh,
That person was underwater. I was in a bathtub.
is that a water
That's too
fart?
perfect.
Play it again.
Yeah. See, that person's underwater.
That's a water fart.
You
It
think
is
it's
a water
real,
fart, but is it a fake water fart or a real one?
I don't think it's real.
though? I think it's real. Fake.
I think it's fake.
That is a real life grandma taking a bath and she farted in the bath water.
Why is grandma with the phone recording her farts in the tub?
She was doing like
For
some kind of
clout.
where she was like reading like I don't know like some kind of fancy magazine while in her bath with all the bubbles and everything. But I don't know why. Then she farted.
It makes it so much worse when you say it's just an old lady in the
I thought
bathtub
Stroke would
farting.
appreciate the detail that it was an old naked woman. Like he likes old ladies.
I don't think he
Yeah,
wants him to
but-
fart though.
I don't want him to fart in the bath water.
Okay. Well, people do that, so
It tastes funny, afterwards.
I haven't taken a bath in so long but I remember when I was young farting in the bath. Like it was like the best. That was the best part about being in a bath.
Oh, you guys know I'm a
You-
bath. I get in the bath like 3 times a week at least.
Look, I will admit that since I started living by myself, I am definitely a bather. Like I didn't get it. I made fun of Stroke all the time. Like now I'm laying in my bath. I was like, oh, this ain't so bad.
I got my Epsom. I got my old man Epsom salt. I got all these different flavors.
I'm not.
and all
I
these
also
different scents that go in there. I just don't like candles. I don't like candles though.
Yeah, I
Oh,
do.
okay.
That brings up another one. I made fun of both of y'all. I might have some candles in here.
I love candles. I still love
Yeah.
candles.
I
love
got two
candles,
just
I
on my
don't have
coffee
them.
table. Like
Yeah.
I made fun of y'all. Y'all buy candles. Y'all a bunch of women. Sorry, my bad.
You should feel bad because candles are delightful.
I said I was sorry.
Nothing better than walk into a place that smells good.
Right? You want it to smell like a dude? It smells like dick in here. Nobody wants that. Well, maybe some girls do, but most people don't.
Well, Lara,
They probably have a dick-
she admitted that.
They probably have a dick-scented candle.
I'm sure they do.
They
Dude,
sell that
sure
kind
of
of
it.
stuff. Yeah.
I'm sure they do. They probably have a dick, a ball sweat scented candle, all kinds of stupid shit.
Gross.
Who's that lady who sells the freaking vaginal eggs? Who was in Iron
Gwyneth
Man?
Paltrow?
Gwyneth Paltrow. She sells the candle that smells like her own vajayjay or whatever.
She does.
How does was there a sniff test by like 10 different dudes said this smells just like your pussy, or like seriously, like who compared the candle until they got it just right and goes, this really smells like you, this one doesn't.
Wasn't she
Nailed
married to that guy from Coldplay? So maybe it was that dude, the Coldplay guy.
I want that job. Maybe not hers, but I want to
Smelling pussy candles?
Like good looking women smell, and then my candle like,
and then smell
like,
the candle.
Yeah. Well, like that probably pays pretty good. I'm like,
But what if it? How do you describe the scent? So it's like it's missing a little what? Like it doesn't smell exactly right. It almost needs a little bit more, pepper.
Something.
Smell.
Yeah. What is it missing? It's just a splash of paprika. I
It's a
don't
little
know.
too clean.
Just a little splash of herpes.
You ruined it. How did you ruin a pussy candle conversation?
I don't know.
God damn it.
Kind of doomed from the start.
I think we were killing it. I feel like we were
I don't
nailing
want
that
to smell
shit.
pussy candles. I don't want to get that pussy job now.
Gross. You have any more farts?
Yeah, I have a couple more farts
All
if
right.
you want.
Not impressed. I can do that too.
Seems
I think
long.
that's a person. I think that's real. That's a little impressive.
We haven't had any fake ones yet, have we?
We had a couple. Or we had one. We had one fake
We had
one.
one so far.
Okay. I'm gonna say that was real.
This one, oh, you got strokes. Okay.
I say it's real. I don't know.
This one is fake. That's a robot fart.
Did you type in robot fart?
No.
How did you get that one? I'm curious of
can't remember it.
what your prompt was to the
What's
AI
her
generator.
process?
Well, one of them was I want a really wet sounding fart, and then that one I believe I typed in I just want a really loud fart.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you typed in I just want instead of just really loud fart. You're like, me personally, I need
I
this.
just really want this. Yeah,
Now Google's really gonna target you with shit like this.
For real.
that's okay.
So
That's weak shit.
that's weak, but that sounds like diarrhea farts. That sounds like another wet fart. Like you would make that noise if you have diarrhea, you've been drinking all night before or something, ate some Taco Bell. I don't know. That's what that sounds like to me.
I think that's fake.
Play it again.
It sounds like a fly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fake
Mosquito.
on that.
I'm gonna go fake.
It's fake. It's super digitally. But I do see the diarrhea
Digitally.
vision. I see the vision. Mikey.
Easy. Did they paint that picture good enough for you?
Yeah.
God damn it.
That would blow out your asshole. That was like the pressure on that.
That's what stroke sounded like.
My asshole would have been bleeding after that.
That's what that sounds like. You're shitting out blood.
Yeah, that's not good.
Play it. Yeah, that's an unhealthy fart.
I just want to point out that when I was a kid, I wanted to be an engineer.
Look at you now, man. Good job.
I wanted to be an
You did
Olympic gymnast.
After like 5 or 6 farts, my mind just went, hey, you remember when you wanted to design roller coasters?
You know what? This is exactly what I wanted to do my entire life. I've always wanted to do this.
I wanted to be a meteorologist, but make things dirty. Like
You should put a map on that wall so that you could give us the weather every once in
It's
a
a
while.
little wet. I heard thunder a minute ago. I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
because Ian was saying the pre-show that there may be some issues. Yeah, I'd be like, whoa.
I just imagine Stroke being like, we got 7 hard inches. It's going to be pounding you all weekend.
Oh, it's just gonna pound you right here. This is just wet weekend. You're gonna be soaked.
We talked about you doing sort of a weatherman audition years ago. I remember talking about on That Damn Show. We should do that here on Not That Damn Show.
I can
That'd be
write a
fun.
whole nasty forecast because every weather guy I know, Ian knows a couple that I know. This is ones that I know locally they are the coolest people in the entire news crew, and they are the biggest perverts.
And they're party animals for sure.
Do you guys remember Mark Finan from up here in Sacramento?
Yeah.
I think he retired.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Melanie Hunter, stroke.
That's right.
I still follow her.
Rest in peace.
I don't know what her. Where's she at? She's not even around anymore.
She's in Boston.
Rest in peace. She's not dead.
Well, just like she's married now, so
she's dead to us.
Yeah, I see these other news ladies sometimes on the news. I'm like, shit.
Oh God.
No one gives traffic. Where I live, we don't need a chopper in the sky to give us like just. There's a bunch of fucking tourists here in the summer. Just
drive safe.
Yeah, it's gonna take an extra 35 minutes to get across the bridge. Okay.
That's just longer you're in the car listening to Not That Damn Show podcast.
That's true. That's true.
So we welcome traffic.
Larry, you got any more farts?
God damn.
That was a real one. That was her. She did that. She put her. I know you, if you did,
that's the last one, by the way.
If you wasn't watching, she put the microphone to her butthole.
I wasn't watching. I was looking at my phone. What happened?
Yeah, if you're just listening to this, you're missing out. Lara literally farted on the microphone just now.
I did not.
Yes, she did.
Better clean that thing.
So that's a real one because that's clear. That's human.
That sounds a little bit too manufactured.
This is
like a fart machine I had in high school.
You let it go, and then you stop, and then you
squeeze,
that last
you clinch.
bit. Yeah,
you clinch for a second, hold it in, then yeah.
Real.
This is not AI, and this is also not human. This is a dog fart.
Oh.
But it is a real fart. So
like
I counted.
That dog doesn't fart that lot. My dog, I never hear my dog fart. He just stinks.
My dog, my little dog, when she farts, she just goes. And it's pretty loud and it smells bad, but we'll just be sitting there and I'll hear. I'm like, this fucking dog is farting over here. No, or anything, just air.
My dog kind of like sleeps and then laughs, and I wonder, like, what is he doing in his sleep? Your dog ever do that? Or just he kind of has a like he just has a little smile. I'm like, what is he doing in doggy land?
Yeah, I know. Chasing, running.
He got no balls though, so I'm like, I don't think he's horny.
Chasing after.
It'd be nasty if your dog had a wet dream on you.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
That's disgusting.
You know what's funny is I'm literally considering getting a dog, and you just talked me out of it.
You don't want your dog to nut on you.
Kind of like the scent candle I wanted till Lara ruined it.
What did I do?
Leave it to Stroke and Lara to ruin anything.
It doesn't have to have the herpy flakes, dude. You just
said
omit that part.
I wanted the job where I get to like compare and like, okay, this is like you, and I wanted to work in like a factory and figure out the candle that matched up. But when you said herpy vagina, I don't want to be a part of that no more.
Well, now she's talking about herpy flakes. Like,
I'm saying like what you add to the candle to make it like smell like the thingy.
I don't know what burnt herpes smell like.
I don't know what herpes smells like either.
Well,
I don't either, but
you would find out if you had that job and you were smelling that many vaginas. I'm just saying someone would have it.
They try to say like 1 in 4 people, so they'd be like,
Mikey, how does it feel to be the most mature people on this show?
It's so weird.
I don't like it.
But it does bring up a good question, and I asked this before. If you could get herpes on your butthole, can you get herpes on your nose?
Your nose?
Yeah.
That's a different type of herpes. That's a cold
Google
sore.
that one.
Well, there's like the cold sore herpes.
Well, let's just say you're sniffing you're trying to smell some things and you're trying to figure something out, and one of those people you're smelling actually has the herp.
If you go down on a chick because your nose gets all up in there, like if you're eating really good pussy, you're doing it right. Your nose gets all up in there. So, but I think it would have to be in a moist area, but I'm not a herpes expert.
But it could get up like inside your nose, and you could probably get like a herp inside there.
Yeah, but don't your nose kind of dry out? So you know what?
Could it travel from your nose hole to your brain, and then you get brain herpes?
I miss the farts, to be honest.
Can we talk about farting?
There's no more farts. Sorry.
No, I do want to talk about Aftershock though. We can stop talking about farting and herpes real quick.
Appreciate that.
And I don't know if we're going to be able to get to everything today, guys, because this show is we're almost at 2 hours here. Well, half of it is us BSing at the beginning, but this is
and
a long
that little
show.
part that you got to subscribe to about our other people who are on the list. So I think probably around maybe an hour and 20 at this point.
Yeah, we are for sure. Let's just get into this. So Aftershock was announced this past week. Main headliners for Aftershock are Blink-182, unfortunately the Deftones, Korn, and Bring Me the Horizon. What are you doing back there, Stroke? You doing shadow puppets?
Shadow puppets. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. And
Such
then
a child.
Ian posted, he said that he thinks that their concert is, even though these are both Danny Wimmer Presents shows, is better than our concert. So if it's Florida versus California, the main headliners in Florida for Rockville are Shinedown, Green Day, Linkin Park, and Korn. I hate to fucking say this. I agree. Just in that, just with those main headliners.
Because I really don't think Bring Me the Horizon is a Sunday headliner, close the festival act. I mean, should they go on before the headliner? Sure, make them the feature. But I just do not, because Rob Zombie goes on before Bring Me the Horizon. It should definitely be the other way around, or put Korn on Sunday.
I agree. Like, that's a little weird for me. But and I say the Deftones just played here in Sacramento last weekend. That's good enough. We don't need them to play again.
Also, I don't like the Deftones to begin with. So I don't give a shit.
People get so mad when you talk about how you don't like the like when you say you don't like the Deftones. Like, what? You don't like the Deftones? You must hate music. I'm like, shut up.
No,
I don't either.
You know who else I hate? Pearl Jam. They can suck my dick.
Yeah, Pearl Jam's not great either. I'd been mad if they were playing too. But Blink-182, Korn, I mean, I like Bring Me the Horizon. I like everybody else. Like, there's a lot of bands on that first day of Blink-182. Like, Good Charlotte is playing. All American Rejects.
Hollywood Undead.
Hollywood Undead. With 3 Days Grace is playing. Marilyn Manson is playing. Hopefully he does a better job this year. You know, there's a lot, because that one time he was so bad.
He was wasted.
Yeah.
Wasted.
People say that he's kind of sobered up some, so his shows have been really good. But I think that he might be right.
Yeah, because I'm looking at some of the other, not main headliners, but I think we might have the better one.
What's up, Stroke?
You can speak.
Just to completely interrupt everything you're talking about, I'm having a recording error on my issue. Does that mean nobody can hear me or see me, or is something wrong? Do I need to exit?
I can hear you, see you, and everything. What's going on?
I don't know. A red little thing popped up that says recording error. So I'm wondering if I need to exit out.
Maybe. Pop out and pop back in. I can fix this.
Okay.
When you let's see what happens.
Yeah, some of the other ones, not the main headliners, but like Welcome to Rockville has Three Doors Down, Hailstorm, Alice in Chains, Incubus, Beartooth, Marilyn Manson, 3 Days Grace, Sublime, I Prevail, Pierce the Veil,
about that.
Bullet for My Valentine, and ICP. I don't care about that. Killswitch Engaged, Under Oath, and just so many that I'm not trying to brag that y'all don't have.
But some of those bands played last year at Aftershock.
And I get that.
So, like, I mean, I understand, but I think they're both they're both great shows. Either way, Danny Wimmer Presents always puts on a good show. So I'm really looking to see how things look a little different here at Aftershock.
Well, there's one thing that I'm curious about, because on Welcome to Rockville, it's 3 Days Grace 2X. On the Aftershock website, it's just 3 Days Grace. So I'm wondering, are you getting a different 3 Days Grace than I am? Because 2X means they get both of the lead singers, the one that left and the one that replaced him. They're both sharing the stage together.
Are you sure about that? Because I think it means that they're playing twice that weekend.
No, it means that because the lead singer who left the band, the original, he said he's coming back, and they're gonna sing and share the stage together. That's what that means.
I don't think it would really make sense for them to play two different slots, but I guess maybe.
Well, no, Metallica played twice.
Oh, that's true. They were listed twice on it. Remember?
True.
No, they're only playing once, and it's 2X because it's the two lead singers that have been in 3 Days Grace. Because there was a whole. Trust me, I reported that story a couple months ago, and I was fucking hyped.
I'm stoked about the OG lead singer being back, and if that's better be who we get at Aftershock here. I don't want the other guy.
I just want to. If it's both of them together, I think that's awesome, because I don't have anything against the guy who took over. I mean, I think they put out quality songs, but it's just not the same.
No, it's not. It's not. To me, it's not really 3 Days Grace. Let's see if Stroke. Welcome back.
Hey, good to be here.
The Unabomber is back.
I don't know what happened.
Now it says uploading recordings. Just wanted to let you know. I don't know what's happening.
I guess that's a good thing. Okay. Well, since we're sitting here talking about Aftershock, I want to bring something up, and I want to see if you guys can help me out here. And by the way, I want to say this right off the bat. Like, in no way am I, what I'm about to tell you, am I trying to talk badly about my daughter's mom. So it's like, because I kind of understand where she's coming from here. But my daughter, who's going to be 13 years old, by the time Aftershock comes around, wants to go to that first day of Aftershock, which is the Thursday, Blink-182, Good Charlotte, and All American Rejects are 3 of her favorite bands.
Okay.
And I want to take her. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Not only would it be a cool bonding experience for the two of us, but even more so, like what's a once in a lifetime experience for my daughter to see her 3 favorite bands at Aftershock, like this huge festival in her hometown. Like that's a pretty cool thing. But her mom is not feeling it.
I mean, I sort of kind of understand. I mean, there are some bands on here that are kid friendly. I forgot to mention, I am jealous that y'all get All Time Low. That is one of my favorites. But
Bowling for Soup.
I could care less.
Story
about
of the
that
year.
Story of the year.
I would say that she's not wrong to be concerned, because from what I mean, come on, there's women walking around, tits hanging out.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Did she say the reason? Because that, if I was like a mom who was concerned, that'd probably be the reason.
She didn't exactly say the reason to me. I just know that that's probably going to be what it is. And even my wife was like, look, I kind of understand. Like there's some inappropriateness going on that my daughter doesn't need to see and think is normal. You know, women walking around with their boobs hanging out or whatever. But I think the argument a little bit is that particular Thursday, it's a Thursday for one thing, so there'll be a little less people. And that majority of that lineup is kind of pop punk. So I don't know that there'll be I think it'll be a lot of younger people and not so many of those metal people, you know, those metal girls with their boobs hanging out or whatever. Well, so how do you feel? Would you be okay with taking your daughter? You brought your daughter before.
I brought my daughter, and it drastically changed her life.
Are you serious?
No. I mean,
she doesn't have a normal life.
I mean, in a good way. Like she is so much more devoted to music and knows more than I do, and tells me more about music. Who listens to her Spotify, and when it's time for she needs a little money for the no ads on it, you know, she's definitely requested it. So she is a very happy person when it comes to her music. It changed her life. She went 6 months ago to her first little concert with her friend. It was kind of like a Mosey's. It wasn't a bad place. Ian knows what I'm talking about. We kind of knew like a security that worked there. So she's kind of, I mean, she's in high school. So
yeah,
but we're talking 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it really made her appreciate it more. And I remember when I told her that it was the night we had Kiss, and I think we talked about this recently. And she said, "Was it the Kiss?" I guess she thought it was a tribute. And then the next day she went, and then I think it's what she misses the most. One of the biggest things she misses, besides friends in California, is Aftershock. Yeah, she loves it. AC/DC. She just loves music. So,
and I pulled up Thursday again because I keep exiting out of this window. But yeah, Thursday is, if you can avoid like the first part of the day.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these bands look like they're probably a little bit heavier, and I don't recognize a lot of them. But like by midday, you got like Red Jumpsuit, Bowling for Soup, All American Rejects, Alkaline Trios, Taking Back Sunday. If you can, I mean, maybe not Hollywood Undead.
Well, yeah, I like Hollywood Undead, but
I love it. But I forget how old your daughter is at this point because it's been a while.
13.
Yeah, she'll be 13 by the time the show's around.
Why did I think she was like 9? She's 13. Fuck, let her see whatever the fuck. I retract everything that I just said.
Yeah, I don't think the band has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I think it's just the people. And
people are the worst.
People are the worst, and they're going to probably ruin this for me. I don't know. I really want to. I haven't really even approached her mom yet about this, and I'm pretty sure she's going to say no. But I want to try anyway, because the other part of this is it's on her time. Well, so
that was my next question. Yeah. Whose week is it?
So it's her mom's week. At least that Thursday is, and then the weekend is mine. But that. So that makes it a little bit more difficult too, because then it's like now you got to give up some of your time, and she'd have to totally
give it back
approve.
To her.
I would for sure. Well, she'll get her that weekend anyway, because I'll have to be at Aftershock all weekend, so she'll get that time. It's just, you know, she doesn't really want it. I'm guarantee she's going to say no. Even my daughter was like, she's not going to let me do it. She doesn't want me to go.
I kind of see where she's coming from too, because you know you can't control what other people do, and you know, there's titties out and everything else, and people act foolish and drunk and high, and I mean there are things that go on. I know you would keep your eye on her for sure and walk away from those things. But I don't know. To me, it's just kind of like it's life, and it's like I always freak out when you shelter kids too much, because I feel like they go crazy.
Agreed.
So I don't know there's a fine line there, and that's a tough one.
I feel like there's an easy solution to this, because when we were in the not to sound like I'm bragging, when we were in VIP, there was a lot less bullshit to put up with. So if you're in the VIP section where you can, you can lounge around, you can eat and then just walk from one side to the other and see both stages.
Yeah.
The bullshit was completely cut out. I mean, you didn't have to deal with, not to sound like a 1%er, but the GAs.
No, you're right. And we would be in VIP, and that would be, that'd be really cool too. And we took Caden, my stepson, and my daughter to the Golden Sky last year to kind of get so they kind of get a feel for what a festival experience is like. And they were in VIP, and they had a really good time. We didn't know any of the music that was there. It's the country show. But we all had a really good time. So they have a sort of an idea of what they're getting into. Caden is going to come that Thursday. So I just really want to bring my daughter, but I guess I don't know.
I was gonna say, since Caden is going, it kind of makes it seem like more of a family event. They're gonna she'll know you're not gonna do anything crazy. Like there's kids there, I mean, it's kind of like 15.
And there's kids there already anyway. Not a lot, but there are.
Yeah. Wow.
But I'd sell her on the VIP thing, because that's more of a lounge area that you can just chill and stay away from all the craziness that's going on.
And your daughter is
in any pits or anything.
Your daughter's smart. She's not
Super
stupid.
smart.
She knows that if people are going crazy and they're just being stupid, and she's not like that at all. Like,
does this come down to, though, like, dad is more fun than mom? I'm from a divorced family, and and we all kind of are. So I'm curious if you guys think that, like, with my dad was the fun dad. It was, the Disneyland dad. I went there on the weekends and all we did was fun stuff. But my mom was the one that was serious and no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Is that pretty normal in most families? Like, where the dad is the fun one and the mom isn't? In Stroke, I mean, Ian, you guys have kids that are you're separated too. So I think you might understand where I'm coming from.
I would say it depends on the time that you get with them, because me and you had weekend dads, so they had time to be fun. But the only reason that I felt like mom was a little bit more strict was because she had to deal with my schoolwork and shit like that. Because dad got me on the weekends, so we could go out and do whatever the fuck we wanted. We've got all this free time. That's probably why it lines up like that. Like with you, though, you get week on, week off. So you also have to be in charge of getting her clothed and fed and ready for school and all that shit.
Yeah,
so
50-50 wasn't a thing 20-something years ago for a guy. You were just fucked.
Yeah, you're just weekend no matter what.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just depends on what you do with your time and what time you get. Because I had weekends, so we had time to be fun. But you get week on, week off. I'm sure you still, punish her when she acts up, and if she's fucking up, you got to step. You can't be the fun dad all the time.
So do I fight for this? Do I try to push it? Do I just reach out and see?
Do you want to take her? If she wants to go that bad, maybe she can also help make the case.
Maybe just go into it not thinking it's a fight, and just honestly just try to be like really straightforward and respectful about it, and maybe she'll like really appreciate that. Instead of like, I know you're not going to like it. Maybe like to explain the situation.
Yeah, ask her what her concerns are, and then go.
You might not like this. Also, you might need to get mom a ticket too, just in case.
That's what my wife said.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, that's what my wife said too.
I don't like that option, but you might have to.
Right?
She's been there before. Yeah, I've given her tickets before.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she had a bad experience, and that's why she don't want her there.
I think when Muse was there, I'd given her tickets. She was a big Muse fan.
Oh, so when she likes a band, she gets to go, but the kid doesn't? That's fucked.
I'm not going to say anything like that, but yeah.
I'm not divorced from her.
Well, that's all right. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to fight for her. So there are a few other things on the show that we had lined up, but this show has gone on really long. Do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to save the bad Yelp reviews and the WTF news for next week?
I mean, by next week, the stories will be old news, so we can keep the Yelp reviews for next week. But if we do WTF news and then play our song and get out of here, I think we'd have a pretty solid episode. Do
WTF and then roll out. All right, I'm good with that. Let's save Yelp for next week if everybody's cool with that, and then we'll get into this.
What the is going on here?
What the?
So I had actually alluded to this story earlier when we were talking about the Pringle story. If your partner asks what you think of their cooking, usually I'm a nice guy, and maybe because Southern manners, you finish everything that's on your plate, everything, whether it's good or bad. Well, a 43-year-old woman here in Florida, She was arrested for aggravated battery after she stabbed her boyfriend. The guy said they were arguing over his reluctance to eat her cooking. Unfortunately, there's no word on what she made. Lazy journalism.
Damn it.
He told police she was swinging an 8-inch knife at him and it gashed his forearm when he tried to defend himself. She admits that they were arguing over her cooking, but she said she struck him with a napkin holder. In any event, the guy will be fine. He received stitches and was released. I don't see a napkin holder. Who has a napkin holder in their damn house that could cut somebody? I don't know.
Grandma's.
Yeah, but I always like napkin holders with like those big metal like boxes almost.
Yeah, like you see at restaurants. Like that's what I think of. I don't think of that people having those in their homes.
Weird. This next story is a mile-high meltdown that will probably make if you had a bad flight before, it's going to make this one it's going to make yours look like a luxury cruise. On a recent Southwest Airlines flight to Houston from Houston to Phoenix, passengers were treated to some unscheduled in-flight entertainment. Before the plane could even take off, a woman decided that the friendly skies were a little bit too stuffy for her liking, so she decided to rip off all her clothes and march around the plane. Here's some video. Oh, it's a little blurred out, but let's just walk up to the front. Oh, what she did? It looks like she might be twerking on the door. But she's not twerking on the door. She's actually banging. I'm actually kind of glad that this is blurred out. But I will tell you guys this. I looked for the unedited version because I wanted you guys to see an unedited version of this, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
I kind of did want to see it. I don't know why.
It's just an African-American woman. She's a little overweight. She's got all her clothes ripped off.
That's rude, Mikey.
I'm just trying to paint the picture.
A little overweight.
I'm trying to paint the picture.
Because it was a big
She was gorgeous.
So part of this story, maybe it was on the news. I can't remember where, but I think it took like 5 or 6 minutes for somebody to come remove her from the plane. Like it took a while.
Yeah,
she was naked. They didn't want to touch her.
The pilot had to turn around, take the plane back to the gate because they didn't take off yet, and then it took a while for people to get to the plane to get her off. And it turns out that she was like screaming about she's bipolar and doesn't want to fly or whatever. She also tried to break down the cockpit door, and when that didn't work, she started to rub her naked body up against one of the flight attendants. So. I don't know. This story is crazy.
Now I need to see the uncensored version.
I couldn't find the uncensored version, but there's.
Can you please get your poon off the fucking cockpit doors?
It just seems like just because you're bipolar, like is the obvious next choice to rip your clothes off and start banging on the cockpit door? That seems a little crazy.
I think that just shows how deeply her problems go, though, because like an average person wouldn't do that. So it's like, what's going on in her mind right now?
That's a very good point.
Yeah, there's a friend of mine. He's a comedian. He tells a joke about how his ex was bipolar. And he's like, I just thought she was a bitch. Turns out she was 7 bitches. So I hate when this happens because every time it happens, I always check my food for like a week and then I give up. There's a Flamin' Hot Cheeto that kind of looks like a Pokemon character that just sold at auction for a stupid amount of money. Fans thinks it looks like a Charizard. If you know what Charizard looks like, I'll share your screen and show you what this Pokemon or this Cheetozard looks like. I can definitely see the resemblance if you look at it right here. They call it Cheetozard. It has been framed and put into a nice little case. A collectible shop was holding on to it for a couple of years, and they finally put it up for auction. It sold for $88,000
for a Cheeto,
for a fucking Cheeto. And this ain't the first time this happened. There Cheetos that look like shit. They like there was one that was like Donald Trump's hair. It sold for like $1,000. So I check my Cheetos, but I always end up getting the Captain Caveman club looking ones. You know, the ones that just look like clubs.
Don't look like anything.
Exactly. They look like orange shit.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, if I went to your house, you're like, want to see my Cheeto that looks like whatever the hell it was? No, I don't.
I'd be like, fuck off, nerd. No, I don't want to see your stupid Cheeto.
How much do you pay for that?
Some people have more dollars than cents.
God, $88,000.
Yep, for a fucking Cheeto. That's what I said. After I saw the story, I started checking my food. Like, see if I can get some. I'm trying to get paid up in this motherfucker.
All right, this next story is coming out of the UK. Imagine being married for 17 years and raising your kids, only to find out that your husband is cheating on you, and he's been sort of cheating on you in a van, his dad's work van, specifically. This lady, our leading lady here, Charmaine, armed with a smartphone and a vocabulary that would make any sailor blush, decided to pay a surprise visit to her husband, Warren. Now, spoiler alert, she caught him cheating on her. And I have video, which is fantastic. Maybe you guys have seen this video. This viral video is her confronting him through the van window, shouting, "Are you fucking her in the back of the van?" Let's take a look.
Was he I gotta know.
Oh, just now. Remember too, they're British, so it might be a little weird sounding. She's gonna be yelling.
Lady, I will kill you.
There you go. Look,
We don't.
Stephen Warren, fucking back at van. Stephen Warren, fucking go on, Warren. Show me what you fucking got. Go on.
We don't.
Go on.
We don't.
Go on. She was alright ringing me last night, telling me that every time you're fucking going to ring her that you're going to text her, she'll tell.
I have no idea what she just said right there. That was a lot of.
In it?
He's caught with his dick out.
Yeah.
I wish it was on.
So they were mid-pump.
Wow, Lara.
I don't.
Really? Nobody wants to see this man.
He looks a little overweight.
Come on. No, here, look, Lara. I bet you could probably, if you zoom in, if you get real close to your screen.
I'm married.
That blur is.
I'd be like, can you add a little more blur to that, just for the public?
Please, just for me. I know it doesn't need it, but just please.
I like that she's smart. She's keeping her face off camera. She don't want to be caught. And he's just like, we're done. We're done. You're the one that got caught, dude. Of course you're done. She let you know that.
You're definitely done.
I feel like it's very difficult to try to get somebody these days. The older you get, to try to you want to go fuck in a car?
Dude, I hate fucking in cars. I fucking hate it.
Like how do you even convince somebody to do that?
I think the last time I was it was outside of that sports bar over in Rockland.
Diamond Plate?
Yeah. And I remember, no, I can't tell you that part. No, you have to. Tell us. There was a, God, this is there was a little bit of toilet paper on her puss.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And I'm like,
that's the next song. That's the next song.
No, I guess from the sweating her, she went and wiped, where she had peed earlier or something, but there was a little toilet paper. I'm like, pick it off. Fuck it. Let's go.
Hey, listen. We've all had that moment in time where the toilet paper ripped when you're wiping your butt and it's stuck there.
It wasn't on her butt. It was in the front, but you just pick it off and you just go to town.
Look, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not even mad about it, man.
Yeah, because a dingleberry, I don't know what you call a front berry.
Well, at least it was probably the last wipe, so it was probably pretty clean.
Yeah, it probably was. It's no big deal. I mean, I still got we still got what we needed. It's just, I just never picked toilet paper off anybody's puss before.
One of my favorite things about this story is that Charmaine, the lady who got cheated on, called the woman in the back of the van a bag. You're a bag. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's some sort of.
It's probably British lingo for something.
Ukrainian, some sort of British. I don't know what, but she's a bag, and that guy got caught.
For the record, the UK does not stand for Ukraine.
I know. I don't know what.
Kingdom.
I know. I feel like an idiot for saying that, but yeah, there's that story. Ian, go on.
Oh, sorry, I'm over here crying because of this toilet paper puss story. So some guy,
at least I didn't go down on it and get it in my mouth. That would have been different.
I am genuinely curious of what bar this happened at. Was it at Diamond Plate?
They said it was a sports bar in Rockland. Diamond Plate was in Rockland.
Yeah, it was over there. Where they had that. Remember that place that had all that? It had there's a popcorn place. It was a little plaza, and then it had it was. I think there was an Applebee's or a Chili's right there.
You were at the University of Beer?
Oh,
yes, that's where I was at. That's where I was at. Yes, that parking lot,
in right the parking lot of the University of Beer.
I mean, right in the front. I mean,
that's so close to my house.
Next to the handicap parking, we wasn't a handicap, but right next to it, anybody could come out and just saw my white ass.
Can't go there anymore.
Nice. Well, good for you.
I'm not saying I'm actually kind of impressed. So
now, what if I'd have picked if I'd have a toothpick what the fuck is that? It's like a damn pussy berry just stuck.
Nasty.
Honestly, I was going to work for Disney. I wanted to build roller coasters.
This is always what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Why are we not on in every major city? You remember we used to ask that all the time?
This is why.
We see Pussyberry.
Anyway, some guy turned to Reddit for advice after he drank too much at a family barbecue and fell asleep in a hammock. His brother-in-law filled his belly button full of super glue, which landed him in the ER, and they had to use solvent and ointment to remove the glue, and it ended up with a medical bill of $2,200. So this happened several months ago, and his brother-in-law refused to pay for it, so he took him to small claims court and won, but he still hasn't paid. And the guy asked Reddit for advice because it caused a big rift in his family. His wife's side thinks he overreacted and shouldn't have gone to the hospital in the first place.
Me. That's what
he said. Look, well, it depends. You don't.
Why did he go to the hospital?
Because I'm obviously thinking you could probably just like get underneath it there and pop it out, but it's attached to your skin. You gotta get gasoline or something or nail polish remover.
Just use some kind of solvent. Just use.
Well, he might not have thought of that. I don't know, but
this guy's a bitch.
We don't know to the extent of what was going on down there, because this stuff literally binds to your skin. I had Gorilla Glue on my finger the other day because I was fixing something, one of my cabinets, and it was on there for days.
Why don't you put some in your belly button and then next week let us know?
Oh, here's another idea. Hell no.
The belly button serves no purpose as an adult. Nothing. He could have just left it there until the skin grew out and then it just falls off like an umbilical
People find
cord.
Nastiness in their belly buttons, like it's.
If anything, they probably cleaned it out a little bit.
That's true.
Yeah, I like to put spit in mine and like make it sound real nasty just to make the noise.
That's disgusting. You ever
done
stick your
that?
finger in your belly button and then smell it?
No.
Then
God damn, please don't
Dylan
do that.
won't let me freaking put my finger in his belly button and it annoys me.
That's so weird because y'all are so gross already.
Why do you want to put your finger in your husband's belly?
You won't let me. I want to because I'm not allowed to.
Mike,
I tried to do it.
Let me answer that for you. Look who you're asking.
Well, here's the thing: you want to because you're not allowed to, but you didn't know you weren't allowed to until you tried to do it once.
So she already wanted to.
It was like a joke, like, "Oh, belly button, don't touch my." He got really mad, and so I was like, since that day, why not? What's
maybe
there?
you said no.
Maybe he's got a stinky smelly button, or he's got a smelly button, and he doesn't
smelly
want he doesn't want you to get your finger in there and
God damn
get a little whiff.
I don't feel like I clean mine enough.
I know I don't. I try to be more conscious
now I
of
think about it. I don't think I clean. I mean, it seems clean, but I don't really think I just go in there and just think
I'd clean it.
Wash my hair, wash my ass, wash my belly button. Like I don't think about it.
It's part of my routine. Like
Really?
I wash my hair, wash
It
my
needs
face,
to
and
be.
as I'm washing my body, I finger my belly button a little bit, and I'm good.
Okay. Do you use a washcloth? Because I heard that white people.
That white people.
I heard that. No, I heard white people don't use washcloths. I don't use a washcloth.
I don't use my hands.
Me neither.
Wait a minute, you guys don't use anything?
I don't. I use my hands.
Hands. I use my hands.
Soap.
So am I the person? I don't use a washcloth, but I use like a loofah. I think it's
I
called
figured you
loofah.
use.
Oh, look at you, the millionaire who uses loofahs.
What is that?
Mikey, those are bad for you. They carry lots of bacteria because water makes bacteria grow.
Well, how am I supposed to? I don't feel like I get myself clean enough when I just use my hands.
You can get yourself a UTI.
I've been using I've been using fucking washcloths or a loofah forever, and I feel pretty clean.
I feel pretty clean. I've never washed my belly button.
See, you're the only
Never
one.
washed your belly button?
Oh, so I'm gonna put my finger in my belly button in the shower.
Well, today I'm gonna finger the shit out of mine in a little while when I take a shower. But
Don't push it in too far because it'll hurt.
I'm okay.
Just be careful.
Mine seems clean. I never smell.
The water and soap runs down the belly button. You don't
Yeah,
have
I
to,
feel like it cleans itself.
do that.
But no, I feel like you got to finger it a little bit.
God, I might have got dumped before for having a stinky belly button. I have
You
no
might
idea.
have. You can see a
God,
girl
there may
starts
be
right here.
rumors
She's
out there of me.
She's kissing your chest, working her way down, and then she gets to the belly button. She's like, "Oh, the hell!" It smells like.
She might have been like, I went down on him, and then I smelled his belly button, and then I was like,
Did you realize his name is Stroke, right? If you're gonna sleep with someone named Stroke, you better know. Oh, your belly button stinks a little bit
Yeah,
too
I
much.
There might be rumors of me and a stinky belly button out there. I don't know.
I started those.
That would be
I would
gay.
I would like to thank our Patreon subscribers. This is what you pay for.
Yes.
To support.
Yeah, because
and I don't get it.
I appreciate you guys. I really do. I'm not even going to get to this last story because I want to play this last song, and I think the belly button talk was probably a great spot to wrap this show up. But we played a few songs and probably going to work more songs into this show as time goes on. But as we know, if you've been listening, Stroke has a new toy, and he is strokeifying songs.
I try to at least have one a week. Maybe
if we could have one a week, that would be great. It could be something we talked about on this.
What are we
show.
going to have the next one be about? Because we talked about a lot of things. Like we got to think about this one. Like
toilet paper puss. Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Flossing with it, specifically flossing.
Lara threw that out there. That's the one. Lara threw it out there. Toilet paper puss.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The whole incident.
I support this decision.
Yeah, the whole story.
All right, I'll put that in my notes.
Right.
Yeah, just tell us the story in song. Take us there.
Somebody's gonna find my notebook. What the hell is toilet paper puss?
If it could be sung in like the style of
like
choir ladies, that would be even better.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. What genre do we want to hear?
Ooh.
Oh,
toilet paper puss should it be blues?
I was thinking blues. blues.
Okay, let's go blues.
Okay.
Blues is good.
Okay.
I like it.
That's the name of a band, by the way. If you're looking for a band name, Toilet Paper Puss.
That's a great name. That's a good name.
They'll be at Aftershock next year.
Headlining, main stage, Toilet Paper Puss.
I mean, Bring Me the Horizon can fucking headline.
All right, so this last song is probably going, I got to play this song because it is fantastic and it's about Not That Damn Show, and I'm going to use this to create a new intro for our show, but let's play this and then we'll wrap things up.
Yo, turn it up, crank the volume to 10. This one's for the crew who won't bow again. The hosts are united, ready to go. They tried to kill it, but we're not that damn show. Fuck you!
Some link up with that shit.
Fuck you! Microphones hot, we lit up the game. Pulled the strings that stitch your shame. Corporate suits in their ivory tower thought they janked the plug and steal our power. Fuck off! Mr. Rogers, the racist clown, tried to shove the whole station underground. Vince and Stacy, just snakes in the grass. Now all their legacies are burning to ash. Kiss our ass! The script made noise like thunder. No leash on us, can't tear us asunder. We're phoenix flames rising high. Not that damn show won't say goodbye. Fuck you! We're back, louder than you'll know. Corporate radio can kiss our ass. They fired us, tried to make us fold, but we're not that damn show. Still raw, uncut, and bold. Cunts. Every riff, every beat plays loud for the crowd. We're the crew you couldn't keep down. Took the punches, then threw them right back. Your machine broke trying to cover your tracks. Bitches! Rogers talked hate, built walls with lies, but the airwaves are ours, we'll claim the skies. Vince Stacy, bet you're sweating real tough. Watch us rise while you bleed from the cuts. Fuckhead, you can censor but can't silence the voice. This is rebellion, an unshackled choice. The crew stands tall, unshaken and proud. Middle fingers up, yeah, we're calling you out. Fuck you! We're back, louder than you'll know. Corporate radio can kiss our ass. They fired us, tried to make us fold, but we're not that damn show. Still raw, uncut, and bold. Fuck you. We don't need your chains, we don't need your lies. Your soulless station's already died. Take your sponsors, take your throne. We built this world with grit and stone. Cunts! Yo! Rogers and Stacy, listen close. The people's voice will haunt your ghost. You shut us down, but you missed the spark. Now we're burning brighter in the radio dark. 98 Rock is a joke these days. Empty playlist, no crowd, no praise. We're the rebels, we're the sound they crave. Not puppets in a corporate cage. We're back, louder than you'll know. Corporate radio can kiss our ass. They fired us, tried to make us fold, but we're not that damn show. Still raw, uncut, and bold. The hosts run the game, they'll never abstain. Not that damn show, forever our name. Corporate dogs, you ran out of rope. This is the anthem of ungrateful hope. Fuck you! Fuck you!
That's not so much funny as it is just a solid banger.
That is a goddamn good song. That's Grammy nominee. I'm telling you, that song is going to win an award.
Double
somewhere.
platinum.
Double aluminum.
Stroke, is there anyone you would like to thank for this award?
No, himself.
Okay, fine. I don't thank me.
I don't
want to thank any of you fuckers.
Like to thank Vince.
No, I thought it turned out
Stacey,
fantastic.
and Aaron for the inspiration to write that song.
True.
That was great.
That's called artist expression. So
that's so good. I love it. I love it. So we'll probably be, like I said, we'll have more of those songs on our show. And eventually at some point we'll be putting those up for sale too on our Patreon. Make sure you join us on our Patreon. It is on sale right now. Go put the link in the description of this episode and it'll be in the description of every single episode. It's real easy to get to and you get behind the scenes. You're going to get eventually just the video episodes of Not That Damn Show, plus whatever extra content that we start adding, and we're going to be adding more and more content as weeks go on.
Yeah, because like we said, episode 10 is the last video episode you guys get for free.
So you're going to have to join the Patreon. And that's a great way to support us. Plus, we'll be having merch there too. I think one of a cool perk that we'll do is maybe we'll do some Patreon exclusive merch while we also allow merch for the freeloaders as well. I think we got to get that billboard, guys. Yeah,
and you guys will help us do that.
That's a very good point.
Because I just mentioned that I found this billboard right next to our old work. Should we put it up? Oh my God! Everyone's like, take my fucking money.
Yeah. So do that. So join us on Patreon and we will be able to get that. And we'll be able to keep the show going too as a great way to support this thing. So we want to give you more of these episodes. We'd like to take it to 3 days a week at some point if we can. But that's going to be entirely up to the people. So with that being said, that's it for me, man. Stay safe, stay weird, and remember, question everything.
Life is fair because it's not fair for any of us.
Keep believing in your dreams.
Keep on keeping on.
Don't beat it, don't whack it, just stroke it, even if there's toilet paper on the puss.
Hey, this was really fun. We hope you liked it too.
We've had a lot of laughs tonight.
Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through.
But I'll tell you what's not funny.
Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye.
Killing strippers.
'Cause now it's time to go.
Strippers are people too. Naked people who may be willing to pleasure you for a price you negotiate later behind the curtain at a VIP room.
We'll see you very soon, I know.
Besides, there's no need to kill them.
Very soon, I know.
Because most of them are already dead inside.
Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.
Goodbye, good friends, goodbye.